This is passive transport, and unlike active transport, it is done without the use of ATP because it's moving along a gradient. So you should know that this is the outside, and this is the inside of the cell, and in the middle you have your semipermeable membrane. Okay? So this is facilitated diffusion. Oops. Facilitated diffusion. And it works by carrying molecules through this channel and into the cell and it is carried by proteins found in the membrane. So one of these proteins again is the carrier protein. And as the name implies, it is going to be carrying these molecules into the cell. And again, no ATP is required because it's moving along a gradient. Okay? Now, ion channel. These very specific ions are allowed to move through this channel along something called an electrochemical gradient. And what prevents other ions that are not the specific ones from getting in are known as is something called the selectivity filter. And again, this prevents ions from getting in and out that are not meant to. So let's see here. Let's draw some. These ions should not be able to get through, and they're not. As you can see, only the pink ions are moving through the channel, and that is due to this selectivity filter. Okay, we have osmosis, and it will move from a place of lower solute to higher solute. So it's diffusing through the semipermeable membrane across alongside its osmotic equilibrium. It's alongside its osmotic gradient. So no ATP required along its osmotic gradient, and it will be diffusing, and it will be reaching equilibrium of osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. Again, none of these require ATP. ATP is not required because unlike active transport, this all moves along a gradient instead of against. Along a gradient. Facilitated uses carrier proteins. Carrier proteins here. Ion filter uses the electrochemical gradient to push specific ions through the selectivity filter, through the channel, and into the cell. And osmosis uses solute to push water molecules, to attract water molecules through the semipermeable membrane.